The point is, the left is very good at planning and waiting. So when they say they're going to do something, you should listen to them. It may take them 50 years or 100 years, but they keep on trying. Their hearts are not in the right place, but they absolutely will work ceaselessly over the course of generations to realize their plans. And nothing seems to deter them, not even the death of communism across the world, not even our own Supreme Court or our Constitution. Nowhere is this unflagging determination more apparent than in the left's attack on gun rights. The Supreme Court in 2021 ruled unanimously in Caniglia versus Strom that red flag laws violated both Second Amendment rights and the individual's right to privacy under the Fourth Amendment. In June of this year, the Supreme Court voted 6-3 to strike down a New York anti-gun law in a move that protects the individual's right to publicly carry a gun for self-defense. And in response, New York Governor Kathy Hochul turned right around and signed a new anti-gun law that included red flag laws. Not to be outdone, Democrats and rhinos in Congress also rushed to overturn our constitutional rights through new gun control legislation, which also included funding for red flag laws. So, as you can see, nothing stands in the way of the Gramsci Long March. And for all intents and purposes, nearly every institution is so compromised that a rebuke from the Supreme Court doesn't even register to these people. Words on paper signed by justices are great, but what is important is the long march, i.e. our long-term plan to achieve our goals. We can't see small defeats and give up. We need tenacity and a long-term commitment to carrying out our values. They can't really force people to leave their farms, to live in small apartments and eat bugs, because that is both demeaning and gross. Most people would never willingly choose to do so. But by controlling the institutions, the left controls what they teach our youth, who gets hired for jobs, and spoiler alert, it's not you or me. You may have been raised thinking our rights were something permanent, bestowed by God and inalienable. And that is true, but we are the custodians that must protect those rights. Our constitutional rights stand in the way of the liberal world order, so the institutions are hard at work modifying them. So we get scenes like the police in the Netherlands shooting at protesting farmers. We are in the brute force phase of the march where communist fellow travelers are increasingly reliant on threats and intimidation to move the ball forward. Such an unsettling inversion of the social compact is indeed a form of coercion. It is a clear message that we are alone and the law is not there to protect us. Yet these threats lose much of their potency when we exercise our rights, especially our First Amendment right to free speech and religion. We still have the means to protect ourselves. Even the very act of exercising our First and Second Amendment rights serves to protect them from further erosion.